So yeah, we got the professor and Chip, and then he's made a new survival kit here. So let's see how this works. So I need perhaps perhaps I'll play it first, okay, and then we'll ask somebody to read it today. So we just share the sound.
Listening 71. Listen and read. What has Professor invented?
This is my new survival suit. It will keep me warm in the Arctic and cool in the desert. I'm feeling very cool.
You're looking too cold, Professor. I don't think your survival suit is working. That suit is dangerous. If I hadn't been here, you would have become ice.
Don't be silly, Chip. If you had been out, I would have turned it off myself. It just needs a little more work.
Okay, so it's a bit dodgy, this survival suit. I'm not sure I would like to wear it, but okay, we'll ask a couple of people to read this. I'm going to ask Violin, can you be the professor today? And Kiana, can you read the role of Chip, please?
This is my new survival suit. It will keep me warm in the Arctic and cool in the desert. I'm feeling very cool.
You're looking too cold, Professor. I don't think your survival suit is working. That suit is dangerous. If I hadn't been here, you would have become ice.
Don't be silly, Chip. If you had been out, I would have turned it off myself. It just needs a little more work.
More, yeah. So when you're cold, you shiver like that. Have you ever been so cold that you shiver? Can you remember?
Yes,
When was that? Can you remember?
in Bacati Snow World.
In where? Oh, in the snow park.
Yes.
Oh, right, in Picasso, yeah. I've not been to that one. I've been to the one in BSD. Yeah, and yeah, that's what it can be like in my country sometimes, that cold, yeah. Has anybody else been so cold you shiver like that? Can you remember? So yeah, you're lucky you live in a country where you don't get to feel too much cold weather like that. So today we're going to look at the third conditional. Okay, so there are um, kind of four conditionals. There's a zero, the first one, the second one, and now we're looking at the third one. So this is perhaps the most difficult one to use. So we use it to talk about impossible situations because they are in the past and we can't change what's happened. So unless you have a time machine, has anybody here got a time machine? Can go back to the past?
No.
No, yeah, if you had a time machine, you could go back to the past and do all your tests again and get 100%, couldn't you? But unfortunately, yeah, you can't go back. So sometimes we have what we call regrets about the past, but yeah, we sometimes reflect as well. So yeah, he says here, if I hadn't been here, you would have become ice. Okay, so we use had with this third conditional, not have, with the if part, and then we use would, not will. So you remember you use will for the first conditional, like if you study hard, you will pass your exams, yeah, like that. That's the first one, but this is the third one, we use would. Okay, so now we can look back. I can look back at your first daily test, and you might say, oh, if I had studied harder, I would have got better grades, yeah? So, or I would have got a better score. Does anybody feel they could have studied harder for the daily test? You regret not studying? Anybody? No, okay, you all studied pretty hard then, did you? Okay, so, but yeah, sometimes you might, yeah, wish you studied a bit harder. So here we got the second one. If you had been out, I would have turned it off myself. So he's saying, his professor is saying what would have happened if his robot hadn't have been there, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. So if you hadn't been here, I wouldn't have worn the suit. So when we use would, yeah, we have would have. Okay, so we need the verb free here. Okay, for both third of these third conditionals. So here, this is the verb free of be, and this is the verb free of become. Become, became, begun, then it goes back to become for verb free. And then you got wear, wore, worn is the verb free there as well. So for the third conditional, look, you got number 3, and then you got verb free. Okay, so you're going to need to check your irregular verb list as well for, like, if it's irregular. Turned is not irregular, it's just ed. Okay, but you're going to need to, you don't use the present tense verbs for verb free, or even the past simple. It's the verb free, past participle. I hope that is clear for some of you. It's a bit, maybe a bit, this is more, perhaps more difficult grammar for you than what you've done before. And then, yeah, here we have another one. If the machine had worked, so we use had with if, he would have been happy. So then we can flip it round. He would have been happy if the machine worked. You see here, there's no comma again, if we put if in the middle. So let's have a look at these sentences. So all we have to do for this one is match the left-hand column to the right-hand column. So the first one is already done. If they had listened to the teacher, they would have understood the class. So, okay, I don't know. I hope you've listened to me, but I've just told you. This is a bit more difficult than other things that you've done before. So let's see, how about number 2 then? Joanne, can you do number 2? If you had got up earlier.
Yeah, Mr. Martin, sorry, I got kicked out.
Okay. Joanne, can you do number 2, please?
If you had got up earlier, you will then have arrived late.
Okay, so this is what we call a regret. That's a regret. They didn't listen to the teacher, and now they don't understand the class. So maybe when you're studying at home online, I don't know if Aidan is listening to me. He's got his headphones on, but he might be listening to some gangster rap or something. Or Carla, you got your headphones on. Are you listening to BTS or are you listening to me? Carla. Is she listening to BTS or is she
No.
listening to me? Are you listening to me? Are you, Carla? Okay, I'm just checking because I don't know if people are listening to me, especially those ones wearing headphones. So I presume you are. Okay, so that's it. Did anybody regret not getting up early this morning? You were all on time for. Were you on time for your devotion this morning?
Yes.
So you don't regret. Then you all got up early enough, so no regrets there. Okay, so that's another one. Okay, so how about number 3? Let's ask Aidan, can you do number 3? Aidan, are you listening? Okay, can you do number 3?
Yeah,
Yeah, number 3, Aidan, come on.
okay. They wouldn't have got lost if they taken the map.
If they had taken the map, yeah. So another regret. They regret not taking the map, and now they got lost. Okay, Bastian, do you want to do number 4? See, you've got your hand up.
If I hadn't forgotten my mobile phone, I would have called you.
Yeah, so here we got, they're all regrets really, these ones. Let's see, number 5. Carla, can you do number 5, please?
I would have bought you a present if I had known it was your birthday.
Yeah, if I had known it was your birthday. So another regret, they didn't know it was somebody's birthday. Or they just didn't know. Maybe it's not a regret if you didn't know, but okay, Ethan, can you do number 6, please, Ethan?
If you hadn't forget your jacket, you would have been cold.
Yeah, so we can see here then that this is another regret, isn't it? He forgot his jacket. So we can't change it. It's too late. So if you go to Bakazi Snow or BSD, make sure you bring a jacket with you, yeah? Or you're going to feel the cold. I would have bought, yeah, he forgot his phone and now he couldn't call somebody. He regrets forgetting his phone, yeah. So all these things. So often the third conditional is used for regret, something that you wish you could change, yeah? Some mistake you made and you wish you could go back and change it. So yeah, unfortunately, life is like that. And then you're only young, you don't have many regrets, but some people, they might take the wrong job, go to the wrong university or marry the wrong person. Lots of regrets. So make sure you don't have too many regrets. Think about your life. Okay, so we've got, okay, 2 participants raise their hands. Who's raised their hand here? Oh, Kayana, what do you want to ask me? Kayana?
Yes.
You raise it. Sorry, Kayana?
Yes.
Raise your hand.
Yes.
Right. Do you want to answer the question?
Yes.
Oh, that's what you want to do. Okay. So, is that the same with you, Viola? You don't want to go to the bathroom, do you? You just want to answer the question. Okay. So here we go. Oh, I'll ask you 2 next then. If we had played better, we would have won the match. So Okay, Kiana, can you do number 2 then, please?
She would have passed the test if she had worked harder.
Okay, she would have passed the test if she had worked harder, yeah. So, yes, some of you might think, why did I get below KKM, and then might not have studied hard enough, but not always the case. But Violin, can you do number 3?
You wouldn't have been tired all day if you had gone to bed earlier.
Okay, did anybody go to bed late last night and now you feel a bit tired?
No, I sleep at 8:30.
Oh, that's quite early, yeah. Okay. All right then, Bastian, can you answer number 4?
If the boys hadn't played the CD, if I don't know, it was so bad.
No, why did you go to CD? You're doing number 4. Or maybe if the boys, you went down here. Okay. Read this sentence, number 4, Bastian.
Okay, if the boys hadn't played football today, they would have been bored.
Okay, so if you don't play football tomorrow, will you be bored, Bastian?
No, I can play at home.
Oh, you can play at home as well. Okay. Joanne, can you do number 5, please?
Yes, I wouldn't have bought this CD if I'd known it was so bad.
Good, yeah, I wouldn't have bought this CD if I'd known it was so bad, yeah. I got a free one from KFC the other day, but I've not even played it. Do you ever get free CDs from KFC? Then normally
Yes,
not.
Bobo Boy.
Oh, is it any? Was it good?
Yes, it's my film.
Oh, well, I've got a free CD from KFC. I don't know where it's gone now. Somebody's not even played it yet. It's probably not my type of music. Okay, and then okay, Kenzie, can you do number 6, please, Kenzie?
If you'd gone to the beach today, you... Wait, I don't really know this one, Mr. Martin.
Yeah, you need would with it, Kenzie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
I got switched by the hadn't.
You would have. Okay, now this one we got have and had, so you would have had a good time. Okay, so some you might regret not going to the beach and just staying at home, and then maybe you were bored instead. So okay, let's have a look now at the workbook and see if we can do a bit more practice. This is a little bit difficult, a little bit tricky. Okay, so let's have a look what we got here. So we have to complete the sentences with had, hadn't, would, or wouldn't. So on one side with the if part has the had, and then the other side has the would, yeah? But sometimes it might need to be negative. Here hadn't is negative, but would is positive. So if you hadn't been so late, we would have caught the bus. So sometimes it's not good to go with other people somewhere because they might make you miss the bus by being late. And then even though you were on time. Okay, so here we go, number 2. If we had taken our umbrellas, okay, Kiana's got a hand raised. Go on then, Kiana.
If we had taken our umbrellas, we wouldn't have.
Yeah, we wouldn't have got wet. So they regret not taking their umbrella. Okay, Jaya, can you do number 3, please, Jaya? What happened, Jaya? Okay, what do you got? Had, hadn't, or would or wouldn't? You've already got would, so you don't need would or wouldn't. So you need either had or hadn't, Jaya. Can you unmute again? Try again.
Had.
If I had gone to, hadn't gone to bed so late, I would have got up earlier. So yeah, if you go to bed late, you might have a trouble getting up early in the morning. Yeah. So okay, yeah, Eton, can you do number 5, please, Eton? No, so number 4, sorry. Now look, you've already got had here. If we had asked mom, so you don't need had again, and you don't need hadn't. So you either need would or wouldn't here, Eton.
If we had asked mom, she
Yes, she would have driven us to school.
would have
I'm sure your mum wouldn't let you just walk if she can drive you to school. So, okay, violin, can you do number 5, please?
If we had worn warm clothes, we wouldn't have got ill.
Yeah, and okay, I don't know if I ask you, Joanne, can you do number 6?
If we hadn't got ill, we had and would have gone to any party tonight.
Yeah, so right now in COVID, if you get ill, you've got to stay at home, haven't you, really? If you got symptoms like for COVID anyway. But even if you get ill, yeah, you shouldn't really go to a party if you're not feeling well. So, okay, now this one in part 2, we have to complete the conversation. So my homework was very difficult yesterday, says A. And then,
Mr. Martin, can I go to the toilet?
yes, you can, Kenzie, yeah. Okay, now person B says, rather annoyingly, maybe, I would have helped you if you had asked me. Okay, so it's too late now. Okay, and the homework is due today, isn't it? Okay, the train has already gone. So what goes next, Aidan?
Yes.
Yeah, what goes here for part B? You have to use one of these verbs, but not help because that's already gone.
Mr. Martin, can I go to the toilet?
Yes,
If we left home earlier, we wouldn't missed it.
yeah, if we had left home earlier, we wouldn't have missed it. So that's leave gone. So we just got 4 more. Bastian, can you do? Okay, number 3, person A says, why weren't you at the cinema on Saturday?
Why were you at the cinema on Saturday? Because I've already seen the film. I hadn't seen it would have come.
Splendid, yeah, good. So we need the verb 3 of C, which is C. So yeah, remember all the verbs have to be in the verb 3 for the third conditional. Okay, Carla, can you do number 4? Carla, can you unmute, Carla? Do number 4. The weather was terrible. Are you listening, Carla? Can you do number 4?
I apologize. Zoom isn't responding.
Yeah, oh, I see. Okay, the weather was terrible on Sunday. Yes, it was. Can you complete the sentence, Carla?
Yes, it was.
Okay, here we go. Okay, now we need we've got hadn't here, so this side needs would, yeah. So I
I would play tennis if it
hadn't rained all day, yeah. So people often play tennis outdoors, not indoors. But yeah. Okay, and then number 5, when did you get my letter? Yesterday. It would have been quicker if you... Okay, Kiana, can you do that one? Number 5.
If you would have seen an email.
Yeah, if you... it would have been quicker if you had sent an email, yeah. And then, okay, let's ask someone else. Has anybody got their hand up? No, okay, Violin, can you do number 6, please?
If you had studied harder, it wouldn't be so difficult.
It wouldn't have been, yeah. So remember we need to have after the wouldn't, yeah, and then with the verb 3 of be is been. Okay, so that's already done a lot. Okay, so have a look at the picture of Carl and James and finish exercise 3 for your homework, okay? And I'll have a look at that. Remind me to look at that next week when we meet again. Okay, so it looks like amazing people are already here. So bye-bye for now, brilliant. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
And don't do anything you would regret. Okay, don't stay up too late.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hi, Mr. Martin.
Okay, bye. Oh hi. Sorry,
Hi.
yeah. Right, so I've got a few new people here. Are you joining the meeting today, Sienna, for the event they're having at 1 o'clock? Have you been? You're one of the. Are you involved in the was the PIS or the that event at 1 o'clock? Did they ask you to join a meeting? Because I think you were one of the people to do the something to do with the psychology person. You have to ask their questions or something. Is that?
Wait.
Oh no.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. You would have been told otherwise, wouldn't you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're down for that event in April. You know the one I mean? Did they already?
Oh yeah. I know that one.
You have to interview a psychologist or something. You and 2 other people from SMP and SMR. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but that's still in April.
Yeah, well, I think they were going to have a meeting today about it, but they might only invite the teachers today. Then I don't know if they're inviting. Yeah, I'm not sure. It seems like I've been asked to judge a speaking competition and a colouring competition, I think, or drawing.
Good morning, Mr. Martin.
Yeah, good morning, Valicia. Okay then, so there's a few people not yet here. It's got 5 people. Some people are leaving it to the last minute. So today we're going to look at the 3rd conditional. So we're going to need to look first of all, page 82 in your student book here. And we got the Professor and Chip. Yeah. Okay, and then a lot of the things or inventions the Professor makes end up being disasters, don't they? So he might regret making them. I don't know. But so now, this week, he's invented a survival suit for his latest invention. So, so let me play. Okay.
Listening 71. Listen and read. What has Professor invented?
This is my new survival suit. It will keep me warm in the Arctic and cool in the desert. I'm feeling very cool.
You're looking too cold, Professor. I don't think your survival suit is working. That suit is dangerous. If I hadn't been here, you would have become ice.
Don't be silly, Chip. If you had been out, I would have turned it off myself. It just needs a little more work.
Okay, so there we see. He thinks it would have worked without Chip. I'm not so sure. So he goes, Chip. It's really cold, yeah. And have you ever been so cold that you've shivered? You go shiver like that. Can you ever remember being that cold?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where was the situation then when you were really that cold?
It was in New Zealand before COVID.
Oh, really? Okay, so not in Indonesia then. You're never really that cold in Indonesia normally.
Yeah.
Okay, so but you found out about cold weather in New Zealand. Anybody else experience that? Being shivering, being so cold? No? Okay. Or if you want to experience it in Indonesia, you can go to Trans Snow in is it Bekasi or BSD? Those kind of places are pretty cold. Or maybe at the top of if you go swimming in Puncak, maybe that might you might feel cold then in the wet season. Okay, but okay, Fedora's here now. So everybody here, I've got 9 students. Okay. So let's read it again this time. I'm going to ask Keel, are you looking at the ceiling? Keel? Keel? What happened, Keel? Oh, yeah. What are you? Why are you looking at your ceiling? Have you seen a spider? Keel?
Yes.
You were looking at your ceiling like that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask you, Keel, to read the part of Professor today. And I'm going to ask Geraldo to read the part of Chip, okay? So go ahead,
Okay.
Keel. Yeah.
This is my new survival suit. It will keep me warm in the Arctic and cool in the desert. I'm feeling very cool.
You're looking too cold, Professor. I don't think your survival suit is working. That suit is dangerous. If I hadn't been here, you would have become ice.
Don't be silly, Chip. If you had been out, I would have turned it off myself. It just needs a little more work.
Okay, so the hot and the cold button's not working quite properly. Okay. So it's a bit like, yeah, when you go in the shower, yeah, red normally means hot and blue is cold. So you want to make sure your shower doesn't come out too cold or too hot. So we have the third conditional. We talk about impossible situations because it's a past and you cannot really change the past unless you have a time machine. Does anybody here have a time machine? No, but it'd be good if you did. You could go back and do all your tests again. You could get better scores, couldn't you, if you had a time machine? Is that what you would do? Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. Or yeah, there's all sorts of things you could do with a time machine, but unfortunately, we can't really do that. So we just have to live with the past. You can't change it. Sometimes we might regret the past, but sometimes we might be relieved that something bad didn't happen or something worse didn't happen. So yeah, if Chip hadn't have been there, maybe something worse would have happened, yeah, to Professor. He would have turned into like an Iceman or something. So when we use the third conditional, we have two halves of the conditional. So the first half is the if one with, and it goes with hadn't, the past perfect that we studied before. So we need the verb free for the third conditional. And then the second part, we use would. So we don't use will like we do for the first conditional. So that is talking about the future. So if I study hard, I will pass my test. That means the test is in the future, yeah? But here, if I had studied harder, I would have passed. Now we're looking at the past. So we use would for the past and will for the future. And then we use have, I would have. And then we also need the verb free. Okay, so remember the third conditional, you need the verb free or the past participle. So if you look here, that's a regular verb free turned. Become is a verb free of become, became, become, yeah. And you got wear, wore, worn. So that is the verb free, that's irregular as well. And then survive, that should be a verb actually. So that's regular one. And then these are also, been is the verb free of the verb to be, yeah. So so that's what you need to remember. And you need to remember had goes with the if, and then we use would have on the other side. So you can flip it. So you can put if at the beginning, or you can put if in the middle. Then like before, you don't need a comma. So just like the first conditional, if you put if in the middle, you don't need a comma. So so now then, let's see if we can match the left to the right side. So first one. Now, have you been listening to your teacher? What have I just told you? Geraldo, you look like your head's exploding. Are you listening to me? Don't, yeah, okay, Felicia's looking very closely at the computer. Chantel's just heads popped up. I hope you've been listening to me. Ronaldo, have you got headphones on? I hope you're not listening to BTS. Are you listening to me? You're not listening to me? Oh, you are. Maybe that's, oh, he's got a thumbs up. He is listening to me. Okay, Fedora. And then we got, yeah, looks like Gwen and Fedora have been listening to me. Or they're watching something funny on YouTube and nothing to do with me at all. All right, then. Okay, so I really don't know if you're listening to me or not, but if they had listened to the teacher, they would have understood the lesson. So this is a difficult lesson today. It's not so easy as, was it yesterday we did homophones? Well, I'll ask you some really easy questions. This is more difficult, isn't it? So how about number 2? Okay, Felicia, can you do number 2?
If you had got up earlier, you would have arrived late.
Yeah, you wouldn't have arrived late. Yeah, okay. So now we often use the third conditional for regrets. I can see Tio and Sienna have been listening to me because they've got their hand raised, unless they just want to go to the toilet. I don't know if that's the reason they've got their hand up, but let's see what, Tio, do you want to go to the toilet or do you want to answer number 3? Okay, what's number 3 then, Tio?
They wouldn't have got lost if they had taken a map.
So they regret not bringing a map and now they're totally lost, yeah, in the forest or something like that. Okay, Sienna, do you want to do number 4?
Yep. If I hadn't forgotten my mobile phone, I would have called you.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've ever forgot your phone and you regret it. Yeah, I've sometimes, yeah, and I have to go back to my house to get it, but it seems like modern day I've got to remember my wallet, my phone, and my keys. Okay, that's it's like head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but hand, phone, wallet, and keys, like that. Yeah. All right, Gwen, can you do number 5? You got your hand up.
Yeah. I would have bought you a present if I had known it was your birthday.
Yeah, so they regret not knowing it was somebody's birthday. Maybe they're embarrassed now. Now, who wants to do the really easy peasy one, number 6, where there's only one option? Who are we gonna give that one to? Oh, Angela. Oh, yeah, I didn't see you before. Now you're here. You've got your headphones on, your nice pink headphones. Are you listening to Blackpink, Angela? No. Are you listening to me? Yeah. Okay. So can you do number 6 for me, Angela? Can you unmute and tell me the answer? Is it safe? Can you do it? Oh, she disappeared. Did she just disappear or was it me?
No, she's still there. She's still there.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Come on, Angela. Can you do number 6, please? No. But it's only one option, Angela. There's only one left. It's the easiest question. Do you want to write the answer in the chat? I've saved the easiest one just for you, Angela. Oh, please, Angela. Oh, okay, I'll do it for you then. Okay, if you hadn't forgotten your jacket, you wouldn't have been cold. Yeah, so if you do go to Trans Snow in Bekasi or BSD, you've got to remember a jacket. You might not normally need a jacket in Indonesia, but you do there. So you can see then we use it for a lot of regrets that we have about the past. Okay, so let's have a look at exercise 4. And now we have to fill in the missing part using the verb in bracket. So we need to use the verb 3. So the verb 3 of win is won. If we had played better, we would have won the match. So that can apply to Barcelona or Real Madrid or it could just apply to your local team. All right then. So Tio's got his hands up. Does that mean you can do number 2, Tio?
No, I forgot to.
Oh, you forgot now how to do number 2.
No.
Maybe Sienna, can you do number 2 then, please?
Okay. She would have passed the test if she had worked harder.
Yeah. So yeah, some of you struggled to get KKM in the writing test. Was it because you didn't study hard enough? If you had studied harder, maybe you would have passed. I don't know, but anyway, that's sometimes happens. Okay, Keo, you look very busy, Keo. Can you do number 3, please?
You wouldn't have been tired all day if you would have.
Okay, the verb free of go is gone, yeah? If you had gone to bed earlier. Okay, we got, now Tio's got his hand up again. Can you do number 4 then, Tio?
If the boys hadn't played football today, they would have been bored.
Good, okay. Now, Chantal, can you do number 5, please? Yeah, I wouldn't have
the CDs if it was so bad.
Okay, now we don't say buy. Do you know the verb free of buy? Do you remember? Bought, yeah. So I wouldn't have bought the CD if I'd known it was so bad. Yeah. So I got given a free one by KFC last week, but it doesn't look very good. I've not played it yet. And then, okay, well, Tio and Sienna have always got their hands up, but let me ask somebody else. Fedora, can you do number 6, please?
If you'd gone to the beach today, you would had a good time.
Okay, yeah, you would have had a good time. Yeah, so but we have to use the verb have twice there. Okay. So they regret not going to the beach, perhaps. They were bored. So there's also regrets there. They regret buying the CD. And then yeah, they don't regret playing football because they had they were not bored. But here they regret going to bed earlier. Now they're too tired. Is anybody feeling tired because you went to bed late last night? Here, 2 participants raise their hands. Who's that? Is that you, Sienna and Tio? You went to bed too late last night?
Not really.
Oh, right. How about you, Tio? What time did you go to bed last night?
At 12.
Oh, it's not too late then, yeah. But if you go to bed, yeah, past midnight, you're going to be tired, aren't you? Okay, so let's have a look then in the workbook on page 72. And we've got a bit more tasks here to do. Okay, so for this one, we need to just complete the sentences we've either had, hadn't, would, or wouldn't. So here, we've already got would for number 1, so you don't need would and wouldn't again. So you need had or hadn't, and this one, it's negative. So if you hadn't been so late, we would have caught the bus. Okay, so how about next one, number 2? Gwen, can you do that one, please?
If we had taken our umbrellas,
It's either would or wouldn't, isn't it, Gwen? Which one is it?
Wouldn't.
Wouldn't have got wet. Yeah, so they regret not taking their umbrellas. Geraldo, can you do number 3?
If I hadn't gone to bed so late, I would have dressed up earlier.
Yeah, so they regret going to bed too late, and now they got up late. Ronaldo, can you do number 4, please? Ronaldo, can you do number 4? Has he frozen? Looks like he's frozen, hasn't he? Okay, Felicia, can you do number 4?
If we had ex-mumsy had have drive.
Driven, yeah, she would have driven us to school. So you need the verb 3, driven, but yeah, here is would, because we've already got had. Okay, Chantel, can you do number 5?
If we
You've already got wouldn't here, so you don't need would or wouldn't, Chantal, because you only use that once, yeah? So you need had or hadn't here, okay?
if we hadn't worn warm clothes,
Yeah, we wouldn't have got ill. So yeah, if you go to a cold place and you don't wrap up, you get a bit like masuk angin. Okay, you might catch a cold, we say in England, because you didn't wrap up properly in cold weather. Yeah. And then, okay, Sienna, your hand's getting tired. It's always up, isn't it? Can you do number 6, please?
Okay. If we hadn't got ill, we would have gone to Amy's party tonight.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So now we got some conversations to complete here between A and B. So the first one's done. My homework was very difficult yesterday. Then person B rather annoyingly says, oh, I would have helped you if you had asked me. So I don't know if you, is there anybody you ask to help you with your homework? Your big sister maybe, or your big brother? Or do they say, no, they're busy? I don't know. But anyway, okay, how about B then? The train has already gone. I know you've got your hand up again, Sienna, but let me ask someone else this time. Geraldo, can you do that one? Number 2?
okay. The train has already gone. If we had left home earlier, we wouldn't have missed it.
Well, it's very noisy in your house. It's like you're in a football match. Okay, you can turn off, mute yourself now. But yeah, I got your answer. Very good. Yeah, Geraldo. Right, let's see. Gwen, can you answer number 3?
Why weren't you at the cinema on Saturday? Because I've already seen the film. If I
Yeah, so you got would already, so you need had or hadn't, Gwen.
I hadn't seen.
Seen it, yeah. If I hadn't seen it, I would have come, yeah. So you don't normally go and watch a movie again if you've already seen it, unless it's really good. Okay, so who's got their hands up now? Oh, it's Tio and Sienna again. All right, Tio, can you do number 4?
The weather was terrible on Sunday. Yes, it was. I would have played tennis if it hadn't rained all day.
Well done, yeah. So tennis, people often played it outdoors. It can be played indoors though, but generally often played outdoors. Okay, yeah, Sienna, then answer number 5, please, for us, Sienna.
Okay. When did you get my letter? Yesterday. It would have been quicker if you had sent an email.
Splendid, yeah. And then we got one more. Shall I, Angela? Can you answer number? No, forget it. Okay. Ronaldo, can you do number 6? Are you with us? Can you do the last one? Ronaldo? No, he's stuck as well. Okay, how about Felicia? Can you do this last one?
I test my science test yesterday. If you had studied harder,
Yeah, we use we got had here, so we need would or wouldn't, Felicia. It wouldn't have, and then this is the one we've not used here.
if you had studied harder, it would have been
So difficult. Yeah, it wouldn't have been so difficult. So if you study hard, then the test should seem easier if you learn the material. Yeah, obviously. Okay. Yeah, the rest of it, sorry, there's another part I forgot to mention. Yeah, you can try that yourselves for homework, okay? So use these words to help you write a third conditional by yourself there. And we'll have a look at that next week. Who's got in the chat? Oh, you got kicked out, Ronaldo, okay. Right then, okay, other people are joining. So, I don't know if you're combined again or not for the next teacher.
Math, and we are not.
No.
I mean, next teacher is bio, and we're not combined.
All right then. So Amazing can go and have a little break then, and we'll just wait here for your next teacher to show up. Okay. Bye, Amazing.
Bye,
Good morning,
Mr. Martin. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Oh, it's already here. Oh, she's already got like a host, isn't she? For the
Hi,
class. Oh, but are you? Yeah. Okay then.
Hello, Mr. Martin.
Okay, everybody, have a nice class. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye, Mr. Martin.